Hello, this is Robert McKim, founder and president of the Community Awareness and Emergency Response Security Radio Patrol nonprofit organization. I wanted to mention, I made a video, live video from my cell phone on the day that happened and post it to my Radio Patrol Facebook page. On the 15th, Wednesday the 15th, there was both a Spectrum outage and a the Verizon tower as well kind of malfunctioned as well. So we had, where we live out here, we had no service for the Verizon. Of course, we didn't have no Spectrum service until about 8:30. Actually, the funny thing is, both the Verizon tower malfunctioned and the Verizon at the same time and came back up at the same time. Now they're not linked at all together. Verizon and the tower, the Verizon tower and Spectrum is not linked together. They're separate services. Verizon is not really too forthcoming on why the tower went down the same time. Now, Spectrum told me they had multiple nodes that had failed at the same time that caused their outage. Now, there was a thunderstorm early that morning, late in night, early morning. Whether that contributed to outage on both services, nobody's really saying. All we know is that on the 15th we had no communications except for my ham radio and CB communications. When it came to the Spectrum, I could go drive up the road here to Drug Mart and make a phone call, but it was spotty. And when I tried to make a phone call, they couldn't hear me, but I could hear them. I had to drive down to the parking lot of dollar store, Tractor Supply, and then I had a little better service there. They could hear me and I could hear them. And I was able to use their internet service to, they have free internet for, customers. So I was able to use their internet while I was there doing things to post the video that I had made a live video. Let people know what's going on. It was crazy. It was a crazy day. Let me tell you, it was a crazy day. And why there was nothing else done to let people have some other way of communications, because basically, if you have no communications, if you have no cell service, no home phone service, then usually in the past they would always call out amateur radios to set up and be able to relay communications that way. The EMA, I guess, didn't even want to bother with that. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because landline was working. Landline through Frontier was working, but all the other services, Verizon and Spectrum, which is what a lot of people use around here, they use their cell phones more than a landline. So, you know, it's people depend on those services to be working. And when they both go down at the same time, Spectrum and Verizon go down at the same time, it's not just an inconvenience. I mean, it's just leaves a lot of people with no way of getting a hold of somebody in case of an emergency. That's why they should have utilized the amateur radio services here in this county to set up to relay communications in case somebody had an emergency. But no, I guess they didn't want to bother or something, I don't know. It's just so... a lot of things failed that day. Between Spectrum and Verizon and not utilizing other communication sources for people that do not have a landline through Frontier. Just wanted to give you a heads up here on what happened, and everything's up everything came back up working around 8:30 Wednesday night, and so far has been working fine since. But you know, it's kind of crazy leaving elderly people without any kind of communications. Now, actually, the thing is, there's some elderly people I know that don't have a smartphone. They have a flip phone, a 4G flip phone. Well, their flip phone was still working. It was the smartphones, the 5G smartphones that was not working right. Flip phones on the 4G was still working. I have an elderly neighbor that has consumer services, consumer cellular services phone, and his phone was working okay, but smartphones was not working at all. So it was a 5G that failed for the smartphones, and like I said, Spectrum with all their services. So something went wrong, and it's still up in the air on what happened, unless somebody else knows and can, you know, get to the bottom of it and let people know, because those people want to know what happened. That's all I have to say for now. Be safe. God bless you.